It truly takes a team to properly manage an IVF journey, and the care team you are likely to work with includes 4 key team members. There's the doctor.
My philosophy about taking care of patients is that it is a team approach and a partnership between the patient and the practitioner.
The patient care coordinator, who is sometimes called the patient liaison.
I coordinate the patient's care from the new patient consult all the way until the start of a cycle, any type of cycle that a patient will be doing.
The IVF nurse, and sometimes it's a team of nurses.
Part of my job is working with the coordinator to help organize the patient and make sure they have an idea of expectations.
And the billing specialist, or practice administrator.
From beginning to end, we work with the patient throughout the entire process, from the moment they step in the door until the moment they deliver their child.
The first thing that usually happens after making that decision is a conversation with your doctor to make sure that you fully understand the risks.
Once the decision has been made to proceed with IVF, patients need to be counseled carefully about all of the risks of IVF. Bleeding from the retrieval, pain from the retrieval, infection from the retrieval. Those are the obvious ones. But the other ones are the side effects of the medications, things like ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, infection at the site of the injections. So we have to explain all of these side effects and what can happen and what can go through. As I sit down with a patient and I say, let's go through the whole process. We start with an orientation to IVF, some pictures, egg and sperm meeting in the laboratory and whatnot. But then we also go through the consent forms, explaining that each step of the process has its own inherent risks and making sure the patient understands those risks. You see, consent forms everyone thinks are just to protect us in case we get sued. But actually, consents have a really important purpose in the IVF process. Consents are the opportunity for a patient to take what is being told to them and now read it on a piece of paper. A good clinic has consent forms for patients ahead of time that they can take home and read. A great clinic, in my opinion, is a clinic that engages patients on their consent forms and says to them, do you have any questions about what you're about to sign? Not just hoping they sign their forms to move on to the next process.